Uh, hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to SI Podcast here on YouTube. I might have shown this when I was showing some war comics. I don't think I've ever done a review on this, and I'll get it out of the bag so it ain't shining so much in a minute. This is Our Army at War, issue 176, February cover date, 12-cent cover price. So this is an older comic. You see it's beat up. It's got the checker, the go-go checks at the top. This is Sergeant Rock. Joe Kubert cover, gorgeous Joe Kubert cover. Sergeant Rock fights the toughest battle of his life, and give me your stripes. This is one where my source of war comics that dried up finally. I should have got the rest of them. There's a bunch more in there. Somebody either bought them or this guy moved them. What ended up happening is this was in there one time and it was like $1 or $2, and I paid it because I knew that 12-cent cover price, even as beat up as well as this is old. I wanted it. And it's like, okay, let's take a shot on it. And I bagged it. It was bad and bored, but I put a better one on it. Let's get this out. This is 1967 February, and it is a Joe Kubert starting off story, Sergeant Rock at Easy Company. Let's get the story of them. And this issue is not in bad shape. The pages are not yellowed too much. They're not super fragile. I love all these old ads, man. This 80-page giant. Private Pete, War by Cable. Man, total paid circulation is not 269,000 for Sergeant Rock. I mean, Our Army at War in 67. Wow. They're probably going down because of the Vietnam War. I mean, give me a Striped Sergeant starring Sergeant Rock. Is that another Kubert one? But these, I've talked about these. You know, my grandpa read the war comics, got me into them. My grandpa served in World War II. He was a Navy guy, though. So he got me into them, and I read them as a kid, then kind of fell out of them. And honestly, after probably about 81-ish, 82, I was not reading them. I read G.I. Joe. Like, G.I. Joe started coming out from Marvel, and that was more super heroic to me. So I was reading G.I. Joe. And it wasn't until just about 2 years ago I found a big stack. I started finding these cheap locally. I started picking them up and just got into them. And love them. They're a blast. Because really, besides me as a kid, the only other big batch of these I ever read, or anytime I read a pile, was when DC was doing the DC showcases. I got the Unknown Soldier one. Oh, I love these posters. I love that Joker and that Riddler one. And I got that one, and I sat down and read that really quick. So it was so good. And I got a few issues of Unknown Soldier. Oh, speaking of that, choosing a soda can, and I was out of battery? Huh. A little Roach motor? Yeah, I bet you that's a battery. Okay. Look at that tank. Look at that. Just, oh, man. Reader sound off. And then we Adventures of G.I. Joe with Andy and George. That's right tough. And the Aurora model kits. Oh, man. See, I never did models. I was not the kid that built stuff. I mean, I did Legos, and I was at Legos, Leaking Logs. You know, I had probably a Erector set. I think I had an Erector set. I just had it. I love that cover, and this is one where now the video's done. This is getting put up on the wall. It'll hang up there nicely with the rest of the comics hanging on. I have to, once I get the room studio place finished up, that's going to become, it's not going to end up being the permanent studio. Where I'm at now is probably going to be the permanent studio. This works best. Even though there's going to be some times in the summer I just ain't going to be able to film. It's going to be too damn hot out here. Right now it's nice. But once I get done, I'll show you the wall of comics. Show you all I got a wall of comics. Some of them they're signed, some of them are just hanging up because I love the covers. Someone's goes like, oh, you got an issue of fucking Blue Bolt. Wow. Or, you know, Famous Funnies. Stuff like that. But I'm out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed them. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.